Hello and welcome to my wonderful channel. I would like to remind you, if you like my content, like and subscribe. But okay, so what we're doing today is we're gonna be doing a deep dive into a deck, one of this shark's sister, Rio Castle. I recently made a deck yesterday and finally figured out how to make a deck for her. Which is this one. So the deck profile is, I think I want to call this one Ice Princess. And you'll see when I make decks, I have a consistency and theming thing going here. This is the her ace card. So the ice comes from that, and the other ace of this deck is Ice Princess. So we have two of her. She's the one that brings the fish and the winged beast aspect of both of this deck together. We have three of Blizzard Falcon, because that's actually a card she will actually use. Plus, it's a very good card, because Blizzard Falcon and Forgotten City work great together. We have three Aquamirror Cycle, just to get your cards back out of your graveyard to return a card you control to your hand. I only ever needed one of these, so I never really went after getting some more of this card. Because you're not really trying to destroy your own cards unless you have enough to end the game right then and there with effect damage. Oh yeah, and this card right here, Blizzard Dust, works great with I have three of him in the deck just for deck balance, really. Then we have for the fishes, this one, so that you can recycle this card and the other Aqua Wing Beasts, Guard Penguin as well. As for fishes, we have one Silent Angler, one Cyber Shark, and two Abyssal King Sharks. And for consistency, we have Water Hazard. The other extra deck monsters we have is Bahamut Shark, Freezadon, because that's because you can easily get him out with this deck. These two low rank 3s are basically just big beat sticks. You're not really going to play them. There is a way to play them, because this one as well, because this one right here has the ability that states, if you control both a fish and a winged beast type monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you do special summon this card, you can declare a level from 3 to 5, and the level of all monsters you control become that declared level. Meaning, you can make every card you control able to make this, or this, instead of your typical rank 4s, which is what most of this deck can do. already. This has no skill because the skill you would typically use is the skill she comes with, but since you already have the cards needed, you don't need to have a skill for this deck unless you want to want to trade in for a skill for her, which is what I want to do with the upgrade of this deck whenever I get around to doing that. Now let's go to the replays. I have 3 losses and 1 win, but I was close to winning all of these, even the ones I did lose, which is why I kept them. Plus, I did something in those fights that show off what this deck can do. I don't remember which one was the one I won. I think this is the one. Let me make this clear. This is like half the decks I make are not competitively viable. Unless you want to make them completely competitively viable. I just play in the competitive scene instead of the casual. But I would typically be fighting in the casual area of the game, because I like because there's not a lot of competitive decks in casual. Only like a good 20% of them are. Well, I'm not gonna say they aren't casual, but they aren't competitive. But it's very hard to kind of get them to play non-competitive, non-casual, basically. And what's so funny, honestly, I think is because Bahamut Shark, being that it's her brother's card, it actually adds a link to my shark deck a little bit. Because typically I was actually trying to not use sharks as much as possible in this deck. But the archetype in question I had to use made that kind of hard. Because she doesn't really run an archetype unless you want to talk about how in the anime she typically ran penguins. And going to be a few like Blizzard Falcon that isn't a penguin. But as you can see here, like the sharks are more of a beat down style thing. It's like a stylistic choice for this deck more than an engine. You're not really going to be playing sharks. You're mostly going to be playing your ice extra deck monsters. Oh yeah, and the mirror card, that trap is also good for clearing the board if you want to pull off a different strategy in mid fight. So you can return any card that's taking up a space you might need, and return it back to the deck for future use. I think this is it. I think this was the duel where I got out. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of ways to get, just like the shark deck. I make sure it ran just as smooth. This deck ran just as smooth, if not better, than the shark deck, only because with this deck you're not aiming to do playing you're not aiming to keep playing big 2K monsters. Well, you are, but you aren't. You're aiming to get to decrease like the attack and defense as much as possible, or dealing effect damage. I think two of these are longer than usual, so I'm trying to choose wisely. I want to do those longer ones for last. These next three are gonna be losses on my end, but very good learning practice for the future, really. Also, I think I said it before, but like any deck in my hands already hit with the 50% chance of winning. Because yes, I'm good at the game, but not that good at the game. But I'm just gonna show these now while I talk. But I'm thinking of making an intro. I need to learn and do some more editing, do some editing practice. But I'm thinking of like making an intro for my videos. It won't be like flashy or anything, but it will be interesting. Single-handedly, actually, this card right here, Mirror Force Dragon. I actually have never fought against this thing before, so I was like kind of tripped up on that. Not gonna hold you. Here it is, Snowdust Giant. So basically, this thing puts counters on itself when you reveal cards in your hand. And any non-water monsters lose 200 attack for each counter on it or anything on the field, any monster on the field. It doesn't have to be on him. It just has to be on a monster on the field for them to lose attack and defense. But I would say put the counters on him because of the fact that he does become kind of useful. I think that was the coolest part for me in this fight. Because it made me inspired to actually go and get some of these cards I'm not using or I haven't thought about using. Like Mirror Force Dragon, because I think I can come up with some nice, nasty combos with that. Of course, I'll have to make sure I can get Mirror Force out of the deck first. But, yeah. Okay, I have a gripe with this one. The these guys, the ancient warrior saga cards. Bro, I'm at war with them because of the fact. By the way, this is how I use the card. I pitch a card so that I can use Blizzard Thunderbird. We can summon one winged beast from the hand and one from the graveyard if you discard a card. But if you don't have a card to discard, his ability is kind of pointless. Anyway, the only thing I was missing was the fact that I could have used that to discard, but I wouldn't be able to use his ability if I didn't destroy Blizzard Falcon in the first place. Yeah, these dudes are I'm trying to make a deck specifically Subterras for this archetype to just negate everything that they have, because honestly trying to beat them is a pain and a half for me personally. The reason I didn't go in for the attack is because I know these cards way too well. I had enough to destroy it, yes, but he also have the Seal of Orichalcos over there on top of their ability to destroy the wipe a board, and I'm not trying to deal with that. Oh yeah, and the case is Shark Caesar. I'm gonna make a deck specifically for Shark Caesar in the rank 3s in Shark's deck. But I feel like making a rank 4 and a rank 3 deck for Shark is like more compatible if I just make a rank 3 Pacific Shark deck. That's gonna be the next Shark deck that I'm gonna do. I don't really think I need to update the other Shark deck right now, because the materials I need to get it gonna cost a lot of gems and a lot of RNG to get those cards. Well, not RNG, draw luck. I mean, don't forget RNG and draw luck are two different things. Even though I played a lot of gacha games before, so everything sounds, so both of them feel like the same thing to me. But I was surprised. He had enough power to beat me here. But I guess I understand it though. You gotta flex your power. So he had to, since he had it in his hand, he might as well have played it, which is a good thing. I like when they do that. I like when my opponent does that. I think this duel is what impressed me the most out of all four of these, really. I don't know if this player's name is Crypto or Crypto. because they don't know that sometimes when it comes to like zeros and O's, they look the same. You type them into on the type them up. Here it is. So she allows to play. I could have chose level 3, level 4. And I chose level 5, level 5. Mostly because cause when I saw who I was fighting against with this deck, I kind of was like, yeah, okay, this is, I have a slight chance of winning this. And what makes Abyss King Shark so cool, I actually I put him in there non-intentionally, but he can't be destroyed the first time around by cards that don't directly destroy him. But the other mirror card that sends cards to the deck back to the deck, he can still be affected by that one. He's not being destroyed, he's just being removed off the field by other means. I know because one duel I actually tested that out and it didn't end well. Here I could have gotten Freezadon out, the dinosaur. But just because I wanted to, I kind of saw my end right here. I kind of just wanted to pull out Bahamut for one more time. Because this deck was way far behind in this duel to really try to make a turnaround. Again, he's gonna do something the Obelisk dude did. The person, the Obelisk player did. And he's gonna show off all of his power. And that's what I love to see. I love to see it. Show off everything your deck can do. That's what I love. That's what I want to see. But that is all for this deck profile. Hope you all have a nice day, and also one last reminder, like and subscribe. If you do like and want to continue keeping up with my videos, like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.